Hi bestie, welcome back to my channel where you're certainly gonna get hooked on books. And welcome to episode 7 of Overbooked but Hooked. If you're new here, this is a little TBR takedown series on my channel that I'm trying to read through all of my physical books that I have back here. I started out with over 75 books at the end of 2025, and I've been trying to work my way through the physical TBR so I could just empty it out fully and then do a nice big book haul at the end. I have not been very great on my book buying ban. I have bought a couple books, so I did have the number down to 48 books, but I have purchased 6 more books, so now I am at 54. But I did start the year at 75, so I'm still doing better than what I expected. So I always like to start these videos kind of like with a little housekeeping stats overview of the month previous. So let's get into that first. So this was my July TBR, and these are all the books that I read in the month. So I'm very proud of myself because out of the 6 that I chose, I actually read 5, and I'm in progress with the last one, which is The Serpent and the Wings of Night. So this is probably the first month in the entire year that I've read almost, if not all, my books on the TBR. So pat on the back, round of applause for me. I also used to go through like my quick little thoughts and ratings on the books that I did read from the previous month, like not only the TBR, but also the books that I read outside of my TBR. But I'm gonna go ahead and skip over that because I have been doing seasonal reading wrap-ups. So you're gonna have to stay tuned for my summer reading wrap-up to find out what I rated these books and my thoughts on them. So make sure to go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that little notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, because we have a lot of fun around here and I post weekly, so you get at least 1 video per week and you get to look at this pretty lovely face. Now let's get into the fun part, which is picking the TBR. So this is my trusty dusty little TBR jar. I have every single book that I have here on my physical as well as my Kindle TBR in here. We're gonna go ahead and just choose 6 books from here to add them to the TBR. All right, so I know that in my last episode, I was having a couple repeats from the jar, so I decided to empty out the jar completely and make sure that all the books that are in here are actually the ones that are here, and I added all the new ones that haven't been on here. So there should not be any books that I've read already on here. So let's hope that's the case. But let's go ahead and pick the first one. We're gonna go with this one, and hopefully that's not upside down. But nonetheless, book number 1 is The Power Couple by Alex Bernson. I think I remember this one. I'm not fully 100%. All right. Oh, it's one of my books a million, so ignore the little thing. But book number 1 is The Power Couple by Alex Bernson. This is definitely a thriller. Yeah, one of the most unpredictable thrillers in years. Girl, every book that's a thriller has that blurb in the front, let me tell you. But I'll read you guys just a quick little recap. Okay, I'll give you the blurb that says down here. That's blurb by Paul Davis. A well-written and compelling story about crime, a crumbling marriage, spousal resentment, and betrayal. Oh, that sounds interesting. So book number 1, The Power Couple by Alex Bernson. All right, so let's pick book number 2. Let's go with this one. I'm trying my hardest to not put these upside down for you guys, but book number 2 is Weather Girl by Rachel Lynn Solomon. Okay, come on, romance. So my romance pick of last month was Happy Place by Emily Henry, and it's like, it really helped me get back into my contemporary romance era. So I'm like, okay, I'm right back in it because I'm ready to read this one. So this one is a TV meteorologist and a sports reporter scheme to reunite their divorced bosses with unforecasted results in this electrifying romance. Honestly, I'm so excited. Like, if you know me, I'm a weather nerd, so I just know this one's gonna hit. Okay, so let's pick number 3. Ooh, did that one fall? Oh no, it just came out like it wanted to come out, but let's see. Going with this one. So book number 3 is Cujo by Stephen King. Come on, horror. Let me see. I don't remember where I put it, but I know I got it here. All right, another Books a Million one, but book number 3 is Cujo by Stephen King. So I want to just give you guys quick blurbs because, you know, I'm not a synopsis type of gal. So it says here, once upon a time, not so long ago, a monster came to the small town of Castle Rock, Maine. Okay, so I'm assuming, you know, this is just like a scary, like, rabid dog that went on a killing spree or something. I'm just assuming, by the way, like, I'm not sure if that's what the book is about, but that's what it kind of looks like, right? So book number 3, Cujo by Stephen King. And that's gonna be my first Stephen King too. So let's see how that goes for me, because I've not read any King before, which is kind of shocking, but I'm excited. Okay, so let's pick number 4. Number 4. Let's see. I want to get a different colored one. I mean, the colors don't mean anything, honestly, I'll be honest with you, but I just like to pick different colors because, you know, variety. The variety show. So book number 4. Oh my god, it's upside. That was upside down. So let's do it again, guys. Book number 4 is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. OMG. So I think it's officially time to start. I was supposed to read The Way of Kings as one of my 12 picks for 2026 books, and I haven't chosen it yet because I'm waiting for fall. So I think it's nice that I'm going to start with a lighter one on the Brandon Sanderson side, because I know if I would have started with The Way of Kings, that might have like scared me from continuing in that world. But I know that this is one trilogy. I forgot. Yeah, the Mistborn trilogy, book 1. The mists rule the night, the Lord Ruler owns the world. Once a hero arose to save the world. He failed. Ever since, the world has been a wasteland of ash and mist controlled by the immortal emperor known as the Lord Ruler. But hope survives. A new uprising is forming, one built around the ultimate caper, the cunning of a brilliant criminal mastermind, and the determination of an unlikely heroine, a street urchin who must learn to master the power of a Mistborn. It sounds very interesting, honestly. Like, especially like when it comes to like epic fantasy, I'm super excited for this. And it does look lighter in the sense of when I compare like how the pages look to The Way of Kings, it doesn't look as intense. I'm really excited to start this. I might go through this trilogy before I even get into The Way of Kings, but stay tuned for that. We shall see. So book number 4. Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. All right, so let's pick our second to last one. Let's see what the jar has in store for us. Ooh, this is a thick one. So again, let's hope it's not upside down. But book number 5 is How We Named the Stars by Andres and Ordorica, which is my name. Oh my god. So this one actually, David was the one that found it at Barnes and bought it for me because I'm pretty sure it's a queer love story, but that cover is gorgeous, by the way. So let's see. I want to read you guys like a quick, there's a couple blurbs here. So radiant and deeply moving, the story of Daniel and Sam will be with us for years to come. An intimate, necessary story of first love, first loss, and the promise of new beginnings. Captures perfectly the challenges of building a life out of experience, out of allowing ourselves to feel everything. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm so excited, and you know me, I love anything queer, so I cannot wait to get to this one. So book number 5 is How We Named the Stars by Andres and Ordorica. And now we get to pick the last one from our jar. So let's see what the last pick is. We're gonna go with this one and hope that it's not upside down. But book number 6 is Perfect Little Children by Sophie Hannah. So that is another thriller on the docket here. So right here, Perfect Little Children. So this one says, Hannah begins with an intriguing, bizarre plot that masterfully spins. Okay, that's too generic. An absorbing thriller. Like, come on, guys. I guess I'll read the first few lines at least. All Beth has to do is drive her son to his football game, watch him play, and then return home. Just because she knows her ex-best friend lives near the field doesn't mean she has to drive past her house and try to catch a glimpse of her. Why would Beth do that and risk dredging up painful memories? She hasn't seen Flora for 12 years. She doesn't want to see her today or ever again. But she can't resist. She parks outside the open gates of Newham House and watches from across the road as Flora arrives and calls to her children, Thomas and Emily, to get out of the car. Except there's something terribly wrong. 12 years ago, Thomas and Emily were 5 and 3. Today, they look precisely as they did then. How is it possible that they're still the same two perfect little children Beth knew more than a decade ago? Okay, I'm glad that I didn't give away too much. So that one actually sounds really good. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, so those are my 6 picks. I do have to pick one book from my 12 picks for 2026. I was looking at my list earlier today and I was actually shocked that I've been following down the list very well and I only have 6 of them left. So I'm only behind 1 technically because it's 1 book per month. So out of the list that I have here, I have The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I'm not gonna get that one. Firebird by Juliet Cross. That is a potential. The Courting of Bristol Keats by Mary E. Pearson. I'm not ready for that because I want to read the second book back to back, but we'll see. The Night Ends with Fire, definitely super intrigued by that one. The Elsewhere Express, and then Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collin. Those last 2, I have to get through the library because I have not purchased them, so I might wait off on those. So now I'm stuck between Firebird by Juliet Cross or The Night Ends with Fire by KX Song. So let me get them. Okay, so I have Firebird right here with this gorgeous sprayed edge. And I know that book 2 recently came out of this one, so I'm pretty interested in getting to this already. And then The Night Ends with Fire by KX Song is right here with the beautiful sprayed edges. I'm trying to do this so I could like... And then this one also has a book too, if I'm not wrong. I'm forgetting the name of it, but I'm putting it here on screen so you guys can see what it's called. It's also like, the cover is beautiful. So let's see, I'm gonna read at least something from the backs of these, and then I'm gonna decide from there. The Night Ends with Fire says, raised to obey, destined to rebel. Infused with magic and romance, this sweeping fantasy adventure inspired by the legend of Mulan follows a young woman determined to choose her own destiny, even if that means going against everyone she loves. You got me with that. And then with Firebird, let's see. It is said that no one can defeat dragons. A conqueror captivated, a witch prophesies to save them all, a world where dragons rule Rome. I don't want to read anything else because it's like one of those really long blurbs, you know? I'm really interested in Firebird, I'm not gonna lie to you. But The Night Ends with Fire really captured my attention from that quick little blurb that I read. So I think from the 12 picks for 2026, I'm gonna go ahead and choose The Night Ends with Fire. So now that we have the TBR chosen, let's just do a quick recap so you guys could get a little refresher on all the books that I have here for my August TBR. Book number 1 is The Power Couple by Alex Berenson. Book number 2 is The Weather Girl. Just Weather Girl by Rachel Lynn Solomon. Book number 3 is Cujo by Stephen King. Book number 4 is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. Book number 5 is How We Name the Stars by Andres and Ordorico. Book number 6 is Perfect Little Children by Sophie Hannah. And my 7th/12th pick for 2026 choose for my August TBR is The Night Ends with Fire by KX Song. So there you have it. That is my August TBR. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought about them, because I definitely love to know people's thoughts and reviews before I read these books, because I love spoiling things for myself, as you know. But I definitely just love chatting with you guys. Drop me a comment, let me know. Maybe also if you have any of these books on your TBR, let me know. Maybe we could buddy read them. But if you like this video, make sure to give me a like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. And make sure to hit the notification bell so you're notified every single time I post a new video. I post every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so be there or be square. And with that, bestie, let's get hooked.